Hello, everybody. This is Nikki, and it's going to be okay. And yes, I blasted the music too loud. It's a little bit too excited for me at the moment. So today I want to talk about anxiety versus intuition, learning the difference. So have you ever wondered if that voice inside is your anxiety or is it your intuition? So, the scripture I want to talk about, the use for this is for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. And so we talk about our anxiety, and is it anxiety or is it just intuition that you're worried about? But before we jump into all that, I just want to remind you that if you're watching on Facebook, give me a thumbs up and comment. And if you're watching on YouTube, please comment, subscribe, and like the video. I would greatly appreciate it. All those are free in case you didn't know it. Yeah, they're free. I offer free stuff here. Okay, so like I said, we're talking about your anxiety versus intuition. We all know what anxiety is. It's fear driven, it's loud, urgent, and full of what ifs. What if this happened? What if that happens? So let's talk about those things. And then if it's intuition, it's calm, grounded, often a quiet knowing that doesn't come with panic. So I know I talk with some people, they think that they have the sense. They can sense when something's about to happen. But is it something good or is it just you having anxiety about it? What is wrong with my phone? I'm trying to get it to sit up, but it won't. So I want to talk about those two and how can you know the difference between them so that you know what you're thinking and if it's right or not. Aren't you glad I'm here to tell you about all this? Let me get back down to where my notes are all scattered today, so I apologize. So have you ever wondered if this that voice inside your head is anxiety or your intuition? Like I said, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. So anxiety, fear driven, is usually loud, urgent, full of what ifs. What if this happens? If I do this, what if that happens? If I do this, what if that happens? And that's not good. Intuition, which I'm going to say should be spirit led wisdom, calm, grounded, quiet, knowing that aligns with peace and truth. So my sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. John 10:27. So each one, anxiety and intuition, they have signs. So to recognize those signs, because if you're not sure, anxiety is heavy, repetitive, and overwhelming, and it's panicky, freaking out. Yeah, have you been there? I've been there. But intuition feels clear, steady, and often leads to peace, even if the choice is hard. So we've definitely made some hard decisions, but we were okay with the decision. And then there's other times I've made hard decisions and I was losing my mind over it. I've had to learn which is intuition and which is anxiety. Okay. So Colossians 3:15, and let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. So if you are being spirit led, your intuition is going to be clear, steady, and it will lead to peace. Okay. So why does this matter? Why does this matter at all? So mistaking fear for wisdom can keep us stuck. I've done that for sure, thinking that I was being wise to something when in fact I was fearful. That's not being wise. When you're trusting, spirit led intuition moves us toward freedom and aligned choices. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Don't trust yourself. I don't trust myself because myself has led myself down the wrong path. I don't know how many times. I think I knew what I was talking about or what I was doing, and indeed I didn't. Yeah. So, what I do in coaching, I help women slow down, notice the patterns, and learn to trust their inner wisdom, the wisdom God has already placed within them. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. James 1 5. Yeah, you lack wisdom, ask God for some because He'll give it to you if you need it. So today is a short one because I just want to give short content and long content. And I just want to know with this anxiety or intuition, excuse me, you have to know the recognize the feelings that you're feeling. Are they fearful or are they spirit led? Are you confident? If you're fearful, that's your anxiety coming out. And so you have to know the difference. If you don't know the difference in your feelings, you're not going to know how to deal with them and how to respond appropriately. We need to know how to respond appropriately to our feelings that we have. And when you're depressed and have anxiety, have panic, you once you recognize those feelings, then you can learn how to handle them. And that gets you a step closer to living a very happy and fulfilled life. I don't live with anxiety and controlling my life anymore. I control my anxiety and my depression with the things that I have learned to do to help me get to where I am today. And those are the things that I want to help you with. So, have you ever wondered if your gut feeling is fear or wisdom? So, like I said, I help women trust themselves again. If that's something that you're longing for, reach out. I'd love to walk alongside you. So, reach out to me on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. Those are my two main ones. Am I did get active back on my other social media sites, but I'm not very good at dealing with those. So if you could send me an email at Nicky Asher-Bowling coaching at gmail.com, I would be glad to talk to you and just give you a rundown of what I offer. I felt like God wanted me to help women. And I told God, how do you want me to help women? I do my podcast, and He said, you do the coaching, I will take care of the rest. Because I told Him that I wanted the coaching to be free. I didn't want to charge anybody, but I also have to earn a living. So God said, you coach the women, I'll take care of the rest. So this is what I'm doing. I'm offering this. If you know of anyone that would be interested, please reach out to me. If you're interested, reach out to me. You can send me a DM on my Facebook page at It's Going to Be Okay. And we will talk it out and I'll show you what I offer and then go from there. But anyway, so I know this is short and sweet. It's not usually as long as I what I normally have, but I wanted to get it out there and just give you something to think about. Is this intuition? Because I don't want you to mix the two up. Okay. So is this intuition or is it anxiety? So you tell me. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. John 10:27. Again, I love you guys. I pray for you and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.